Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel where I tell you all about the crazy things that happen on Reddit. From people getting brutally honest to the r/malicious compliance where Karens get demolished. Today, we are going to be looking at the absolute best of the best stories from Reddit. So let's jump into it. Nakwonen. This is the time I found out my mother was not my biological mother. Growing up, I knew I was adopted, but I never really asked too many questions about it because I had a great childhood and wonderful parents. When I turned 18, I decided I wanted to find my birth mother. My adoptive mother said she would help me find her if I waited until I finished high school. Once I graduated, she took me to this private investigator who she hired to look for her. A few weeks later, the investigator came back with news that my biological mother lived about an hour away. He also informed us that he got her phone number and address. 2 days later, my adoptive mother called me into the kitchen while she was on the phone and said, "This is your mother." She handed me the phone and I began to speak. "Hi, my name is Name. Is this Name?" "Yes, it's me." "Are you my son?" I replied. "I don't know. Are you expecting someone else?" There was silence. Then she said, "I think I was too young when you were born and I couldn't take care of you. That's why I gave you up for adoption. I hope you have a good life and I'm glad you're happy." After we hung up, my mom explained that my biological mom was only 14 years old when she had me and she wasn't able to keep me. She gave me up for adoption at 2 months old. The next day, my dad and I drove over to her house. We walked up to the door and rang the doorbell. The woman who opened the door looked very familiar. It was the same woman who had answered the phone the day before. I was confused, so I looked at my dad and asked, "Is she really my biological mom?" Dad shook his head and said, "I think we're at the wrong house." As we were leaving, I noticed a picture of me as a baby hanging on the wall outside her house. I looked at it closely and I realized that I didn't look like a baby at all. I looked like a toddler. My biological mother was the woman who raised me. I ran inside and told her everything. She was shocked, apologized, and invited us inside. We sat down and she explained that she was given the option to give me up for adoption or raise me, but she chose to raise me. She said that the reason my adoptive mother had such a hard time finding her was because she moved quite a bit. My adoptive mother was devastated. She cried and cried, but she understood that I needed to stay with the woman who had taken care of me since I was a baby. My dad and I went back home and never spoke to our mother again. She refused to answer any of our calls and blocked us both on her cell phone. To this day, I still wonder how my biological mother could have gotten away with raising me without anyone knowing, especially since she kept in contact with my adoptive family. They visited me almost every holiday. She must have used my name and birth date to create a new identity for herself. At this point, it doesn't matter anymore. I am grateful to have both mothers in my life.